Okay, so we're in section 3 of our course here about NIE and residency for EU citizens, and what we're going to do now is how to apply for an NIE. If you scroll down this page, you'll see here the first thing we need to do is complete the EX15. So if you click this link here, it'll take you to an online version of the EX15 that you can complete and print straight away to take to submit your application. As we said, remember, don't try to save this because it will save the actual page but it won't save your details. So using the details of Susan Elizabeth Jones that we show on the page below, we're going to complete this EX15. Obviously the NIE number we're not going to input as we don't yet have that, as that's what we're applying for. So we click on the passport number here and we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's our passport number. Primer apellido is your first surname and we're going to put the surname Jones. You do not need to input a second surname. The Spanish have 2 surnames, but it doesn't matter if you don't complete this. The first name, we're going to put Susan Elizabeth. Okay, sex here, male, female, don't get confused, it's hombre y mujer. Obviously Susan is a lady, a mujer, and so we tick there the M. You see a tick mark automatically appears. Right, fecha de nacimiento, this is your date of birth. What's important to remember here, if you look at the notes, it is the day, the month, and then the year, but the year is 4 digits. So we're going to put 01, click here, 02, and then we're going to put 1960, 1960. The lugar is the place of birth, Manchester for Susan. And the country, if you're in the United Kingdom, we use the word Reino Unido. So if you basically are part of the UK, just use Reino Unido as the country. Now we need your parents' details. It doesn't matter if they are deceased. This is just the Spanish way of doing things because they refer to you as the hijo de or la hija de, as is son of or daughter of. So Susan's parents' name here is, we have David, and then nombre de la madre, we have Mary. Okay, nationality, again, if you're British nationality, we use the same word as we use for country, and it's Reino Unido. Marital status, you've got a few options here. You've got soltera, which is single, casado, which is married, viudo, divorced, and SP separado. So we are going to put Susan, as casado, C. Now this is your address in Spain. When you apply for your NIE, you should have an address where you can receive correspondence or the authorities can reach you. If you haven't yet moved over, then speak to your gestor or your accountant and they may well let you use their address, but you will have to put a contact address in here. So in this first line we're going to put which is Urbanización Las Arenas, and we have edificio, which is the building, Bougainville. Now here NO is the number, so I'm going to put number 3, and if you live in an apartment block you have to put which floor. Piso is floor, localidad is the area, so for this case it's Mijas Costa. CP is your código postal, which is your postcode, which is a 5-digit number, and your provincia is your province, which for us here it's Malaga. Okay, next one's pretty straightforward. It's a contact telephone number. If you don't have a Spanish one, you can use an English one here, and then we have the email address. So they very rarely contact you using your email or your phone number, but it's always good to put it down. Okay, the represente legal is as if somebody's representing you and you're not actually submitting the application form yourself, or maybe if you're applying for a minor. Okay, so if you're making your own application, which is what we're covering today, that is all we need to complete. Okay, and then just at the bottom here in the 4.1, we are applying for an NIE number. Now the motivos this is where they're becoming a lot more particular, and you have to basically justify your reason for applying for your NIE. Before, anybody could apply for an NIE and you didn't really have to have proof. So do continue to read the details in the course that we've written down for you. You need to provide documentation if you're buying a car, if you're buying a house, or if you're starting a job. So do read that very, very carefully, and then you can decide which one of these motivos is your reason for application, and make sure you have the right documentation to submit with your application. Down here at the bottom, this is where you would put where you're making your application. So for example, Malaga, let's say on the 5th of March 2017, and then basically in this box here is where you will sign. But as I say, you'll need to print this form off and sign it. You've got some notes in Spanish here you can read through. If you've got any questions, just send them through to us. But basically, don't forget now, go up here and print this document. Hit the print button, print it off, make 2 copies and sign the original documentation. Okay, that's all for now.